The Kenyan government has managed to pull the African Union to its side as it pursues its agenda at the Assembly of State Parties conference this week. However, a showdown looms between the Kenyan government delegation and civil society activists from Nairobi, who will be heading to The Hague in their numbers.
So the civil society has been like the person in the middle who will tell the untold story of the victims and of the majority of Kenyans who are silent, who have no voice. So may I say that the civil society goes to the ASP this time around, as previously done, to speak for those who have no voice to speak for themselves.
The civil society in Kenya has been accused by the Jubilee administration of ganging up with former ICC prosecutor Luis Moreno Ocampo to procure and coach witnesses to fix suspects at The Hague for political reasons, an allegation the civil society wants to settle with the Jubilee coalition team that will be attending the Assembly of State Parties meeting.
When anybody poses that perspective, that position, they first are assuming that the post-election violence narrative is a creation of imagination. They are assuming that the issues related to accountability and high lack of accountability are imaginary questions. Civil society worked with communities even before post-election violence around election monitoring. So in terms of being on the ground and being able to see what was happening, they cannot be excluded. They are not strangers, they are Kenyans.
The government delegation is keen on lobbying the signatories to the Rome Statute to review the application of Rule 68 of the ICC procedures that allowed the use of evidence obtained from witnesses who have recanted their testimonies. However, the civil society will be pushing for the use of the court's rules and procedures and non-interference with the ongoing trial of Deputy President William Ruto and radio journalist Joshua Arap Sang.
It will be a statement of impunity to say it doesn't matter what is going on in court. Let us discuss this rule here and ensure that it does not operate retroactively, so that the evidence that had not been available is now available against the Kenyan case. That is pure and simple a statement of impunity, and we will be proving that point because that court was established to deal with issues of impunity worldwide.
For the civil society, the prayer rally is held in support of Ruto and Sang, the petition pushed by Pokot South Member of Parliament David Kosing to audit operations of the prosecutor, and the publication of a bill by Bumula MP Boniface Otsiula to repeal the International Crimes Act were attempts to save Ruto from the ICC shackles.
If they are saying let's save Ruto from the trial, then they are saying they do not believe in the rule of law. They're saying they do not believe in accountability for crime. They don't believe in compensation for the victims. They do not believe in having any sense of empathy for the victims. And that is how I see that agenda of saving Ruto as being an anti-people, anti-Kenyan, anti-victim, and anti-law.
Francis Gashuri, Sunday Live.